Okay, this is the hiring funnel. I didn't invent this. This was a professor in Silicon Valley who's written about this a couple of years ago. And you can go through this, but you can see for every 1,000 individuals why only one will be offered the job and how it's being filtered out. Okay. Now, an ATS is only part of this. There's other gates in the hiring funnel too. There's knockout questions like, do you have a visa? Are you eligible to work in that country? Blah, blah, blah. Lots of different ways to filter you out. I'm saying don't beat the hiring funnel. Avoid it. Sidestep it. Circumnavigate it. Ignore it. And I've tested the ways in which we do this, and I'm constantly refining it, and it works. So let's look at that. Now, if you're going through the hiring funnel constantly, you're applying online, guess what happens? You are invisible. Doesn't matter how good you are. Like that first slide I showed you with the 13,000 job applications. What if that candidate who that lady was talking about there was the most valuable, but still invisible? All the time I come across LinkedIn profiles. People think, yeah, I need to create a value profile. It's not hard to create a value profile. I'll show you how to do it. It's not hard, but it's still invisible if you keep sending a CV to online applications and you get eliminated. Nobody sees it. So what do you do to make it visible? If you're the best candidate with the best CV and the best profile and it doesn't get through, you are invisible. So we need to change the way we do things, the approach, not sending CVs. CV sending is a strategy to another strategy. You do not have a CV problem. So you've got to solve the right problem here. Instead of rewriting your CV and focusing on your CV, change your strategy. Instead of applying online, do something different. So write that down. Second thing, do something different. I'm going to show you what to do and how to do it. Okay. And the assignment is you're going to do it and let me know how you go. Oh, so the right problem to solve has become the most visible, do not get eliminated, the most valuable, be better than someone with a fake CV. Okay. And if you want to be landing multiple offers where there's no competitors, go where jobs are never advertised. That's the bonus. That is the bonus. What if you can get into a place before anyone else? And I'll tell you in this training how to get in there. This is so cool. I get goosebumps if I talk about this, but I can't even begin to tell you what happens with the candidates I work with when we create their value profiles, we make them visible, and we go to the places where before jobs are advertised. It's like Pandora's box, right? These employers just flood them with offers, like you saw me showing you there a couple of candidates. It literally happens. I'll show you some more examples. Now, this is where you become headhunted. This is where you attract things. This is where employers come to you instead of you applying and chasing jobs. So let's look at how to do that. Why? Why are we doing all of this? Now, if we step away from online job applications, where the hell are we going? What else do we need to do? So here comes the how. Okay. And the how is based on why. The why is I went into the recruitment processes, job market processes. Guys, I can't tell you how much research I do. I still do 2 hours of research a day, every day, to stay ahead of these things. And this is what I found out of how employers recruit. This is not rocket science. It's true. If you are an employer or you've hired people before or you are in employment, this will sort of make sense. Okay. So here we go. When an employer has a vacancy, they're going to go, oh, who do we know already? Who has applied before that we potentially know about? Who has caught our eye? Who do we know? Now, in New Zealand and Australia, here's the thing. 97% of our economy are small businesses, okay? Less than 20 people. They don't have sophisticated ATS systems. So how do they keep a pool of people that they know about? In the bottom drawer, CVs and a spreadsheet. I worked for businesses who did that. I've also worked for businesses who've got massive ATS systems like SAP SuccessFactors, which is very, very expensive. They still have a talent pool. It's called a talent pool. Here's the thing. You can get into that talent pool without being eliminated by an ATS. I'm going to show you how to do it. That's the first strategy. So like, okay, if I can get in there, how do I need to do that? That is a strategy. This is a different way of doing things than applying online. Okay? I'm going to show you how to do it. That strategy has 15 to 40% success rate, and I can prove it. We measure it. Much better than 1 to 2% of applying online strategies. Now, okay, this company couldn't find someone this way. So what do they do next? They're going to look in their network. In New Zealand and Australia, it's exceptionally important to trust people. So you trust people who you know. You are 22 times more likely to land a job from your network from being referred and recommended than applying online in New Zealand and Australia, especially in a small market. So what is the strategy around this? Build a network of hiring managers, decision makers inside your employers. Second strategy, okay? 60 to 80% success rate. Now notice here, no job ad yet. This company has not advertised this job. This is the hidden job market at play here. I've just opened Pandora's box for you. Okay. Third strategy. Okay, this employer couldn't find someone. What do they do next? They're going to go and put this job ad on their website, in a Facebook post, in a LinkedIn post, not LinkedIn jobs. Okay. They didn't pay any money. Why are they avoiding this? Because it's so bloody expensive to advertise a job for an employer. $3,000 on Seek for one job ad 1 month. $1,200 on LinkedIn job ads for an employer for 1 month. Too expensive for a small employer. That's why most jobs never get advertised. There, I've given away the secret. Cool? This here is the hidden job market. Now, this third one here, informal advertising, if you knew 100 of your ideal employers and you knew to go and look on their website, or you knew that you need to follow them and see their job ads come through Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever, if you knew how they do it, where they get their people from, why do you need to apply for jobs online? Cool. Why do you need to wait until someone goes and advertises a job? Because when they do, they've got to pay a heck of a lot of money to advertise a job. But also, this is where all your competitors go. This is the red door, right? This is the queue. Now, how do you stand out if you're in the queue with the same CV as everyone else? You can't. Stay away from online job ads. Work in the hidden job market. I've just revealed it to you. So the strategies that we're going to work through in this 3 days is based around the hidden job market, where none of your competitors know how to get there. And it's much easier than applying for jobs online, and you don't need to rewrite your CV. In this place, the job hasn't been advertised yet, but you're going to have to do some work to get there. Nothing big and special is ever cheap and easy. Okay? So this is the employer recruitment process, but it's also the why we have come up with these alternative blue ocean strategies, the blue door strategies. Cool. So in this LinkedIn post, I'm going to show you an example. Okay, excuse me. Example of the hidden job market. So I'm going to go to this LinkedIn post that I did the other day. I posted an example of the hidden job market on my LinkedIn profile. Here is the post done 2 weeks ago. This is the end of June now, so it was done about the middle of June 2025, where Halter is a new company in New Zealand, and this person from Halter said, there are 60 open roles across our global go-to-market and product teams. A great chance to join a growing team and do meaningful work. This is the hiring manager at Halter. Okay. If you followed them, you would have known this. See what I mean? You need to know who the hiring managers are. Have them in your network. Follow them. Connect to them. We'll get to that. But if you go on Halter's website, when I looked at the New Zealand one here, the New Zealand cities here, there were about 56 roles when I looked last look. Okay. So now you're going to go on Seek, and we're going to put Halter in there and see how many jobs are advertised on Seek. Remember what I said, they pay three to $3,500 per job ads. Okay. 26 jobs at Halter in New Zealand. Not even half of the 60. Okay. I will show you another example. I always use this one because it's a bloody good one. Becca. Becca is an engineering consulting company. They're now multinational, but they're actually a New Zealand company. If you go to their careers page here, okay, careers, join our team, and you look at all the opportunities. We're just going to open up the jobs. So if they were an ideal employer for you and you had a list of 100 employees and they were one, you knew that you could go here. All right. At this point, this company couldn't find someone that they knew about, couldn't find someone in their network, so they put the job ad on their website. Third place in the hidden job market. In New Zealand at the moment, they have 61 jobs available. Okay, 42, whatever it is. Okay, so let's go to Seek. And we'll go and have a look and Seek how many jobs there are at Becca. So where do you go when you apply for jobs? Do you go to Seek and LinkedIn Jobs and Trade Me and Indeed, Natsuna on those places? Yeah, yeah. That's what people say they're going to. Yeah, yeah. Four. When those four jobs are advertised, all your competitors are applying for them. What if you knew about more that were never advertised there? Can you see the hidden job market here? Okay. So this is where we're going to go through. This is what we're going to work through in the next couple of days.